Hi guys, and welcome to the Musical Ladder portal. In today's video, I'm going to be going over how to register a user who is a parent of a student or multiple students in your school. To register a new user, navigate to Users on your main navigation bar and select Register New User. This will bring you to our Register New User page. The Register New User option is used to invite adult students or parents of students to your school's musical ladder system. As for any user, a first and last name are required, as well as a valid unique email address. You can then select the type of user you would like to register. In this instance, we're going to be choosing Parent. You will then need to select the number of children the user has. For this example, we're only going to choose one. You will then have the option to create an additional parent. This can be a spouse, a grandparent, or a trusted legal guardian. The same rules apply for this user, a first and last name, as well as a valid unique email. You then have the option of creating your primary parent and secondary parent as students. If these parents are taking classes, simply check the box and they will be given the student role. For this example, we're going to leave both unchecked. Now it is important to note that our primary parent, Lillian, will be responsible for not only entering her contact information, but also for the information of her child. James, our secondary parent, will only be responsible for entering his information. Once submitted, you'll be rerouted to your director dashboard, where a green notification will let you know that a welcome email has been sent to the email addresses provided. This email will allow the users to create a password for their account, input their contact information, and in the case of a primary parent, create their students, and accept the Musical Ladder system's terms of service and privacy agreement. After they've done that, they will then be able to start using their own personal Musical Ladder portal. If for any reason, after inviting them, you would like to see if the users have started, are in the process, or have completed their registration, there are two resources to look at. The first one will be Pending Welcome Users. To get to Pending Welcome Users, simply go to Resources on your main navigation bar and choose Pending Welcome Users. Since we created two parents, they will be located down at the very bottom. As you can see, both James and Lillian are displayed. We created them both as parents. They have not logged in and completed their information or accepted their terms of service and privacy agreement. From here, we could resend their welcome email, or we could edit the users directly. The second resource would be Open Family Registrations. Open Family Registrations is a resource that we designed to help keep track of all the parents you invite to the system through the Register New User option. As you can see, Lillian, our primary parent, is the only user displayed. This is because James, our secondary parent, was only responsible for his information. Since Lillian has the ability to create not only herself, but her children, she is displayed here. As you can see, we display the parent name, the parent's email, how many children she's entered into our system, and the total number of children she has. If for any reason you would like to enter the child yourself, you have the option to delete the family record. If deleted, our primary parent, Lillian, would no longer have the ability to create her own child. At that point, a user with the director status would then have to create the child through the Add New User option. If for any reason you do add the child through the Add New User option, it is imperative that you do delete this family record. This will remove the ability for the parent to create that student. This of course helps to eliminate any possibility of creating duplicate students in your school. Please be aware, though, that once a family registration record has been deleted, it cannot be retrieved. Once finished with this report, you can return to the Director dashboard by clicking the Musical Ladder logo in the top left-hand corner of your screen. I'm now going to show you what a registered parent is expected to do on their first login. I've logged in as our primary parent, Lillian Carter. A parent will be required to enter all of their contact information. This, of course, includes their address, city, state, and zip code, a cell phone number or a home phone number, and a birth date. Once the primary parent has completed entering their information, they will then be shown a page where they will enter their child's information. As you can see, they have one child left to complete, and 0 children have been completed. It's also important to note that an email address is not required for students. If an email address is entered, it must be valid and it must be unique. It cannot already be in use by anyone currently in the Musical Ladder system. As you can see, the contact information from our parent has already been input for our child. The only additional required information will be a valid birth date. Birth dates are very important for the safety of our children users. Any child under the age of 13 will not be able to access our system without a parental association. Once the information has been submitted, the parent will be rerouted to our Terms of Service and Privacy Agreement, where they will then agree and submit. They will then see their parent portal. As you can see, Timmy Carter, her child, does not currently have any instrument or teacher. Once the primary parent has completed their information, we can then return to our Open Family Registrations resource. As you can see, the parent is no longer displayed. This is because she has completed her information as well as her children's information. If you would like, we can also go back to our pending welcome users, scroll down to where our parent was, and as you can see, our primary parent is no longer displayed. Our secondary parent, James Carter, on the other hand, is displayed because he has not logged in, completed his info, or accepted the Terms of Service and Privacy Agreement. The last thing to do to complete this registration is to assign your new student's teacher and instrument association. To do this, the student will be displayed on the Students Without Instruments resource. Simply go to Resources and select Students Without Instruments. As you can see, our new student, Timmy Carter, is displayed on top. All students on this resource will be displayed in alphabetical order. We could easily assign levels through the Edit User button, but in this case, we'll just use the Assign Levels. From here, we can then choose which instrument, teacher, and level that the new student is coming in on. You can also assign multiple instruments, though if you do decide to do this, make sure that all the information on the first instrument is correct and click OK. We can then select our second instrument, our second teacher, our level, and the level completed date. As you can see, once submitted, the student has dropped off this resource. To double check and make sure that everything was assigned correctly, we can go back to our Director dashboard and search for our new student. We'll simply type in his last name and select what role he has, in this case, student. We'll click on his name and it'll take us to his student information. As you can see, we have successfully assigned him 2 teachers, 2 instruments, and 2 different levels. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe down below to be kept up to date on all enhancements and updates coming to the Musical Ladder portal.